ancient ramin built in 1145 as a keeping house for slaves and workers who were constructing the local St Mary's Church. But after they left, this became a home of a priest and has seen many other owners since. This Grade 2 listed building is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the UK, with many believing that something more sinister lives within its walls, and the team are going in to try and find out. Welcome to Paranormal Hunts Extra. From the front, as we approach this fascinating building, it's easy to see just how old this place is. What will the team discover as we prepare for lockdown, and will we even be welcome? We were about to find out. Just entering this first room, you really get the sense of something or someone around you. The smells, sights, all add to the atmosphere of this place, and we have no idea what kind of night we were in for. With this open grave here, where human remains were said to be discovered, really does put you on edge straight away, and gives you a sense that this place must hold some deeper secrets to its history. The old barn area here, where it's believed a resident spirit that goes by the name of Edward has supposedly been seen. Boasting a long black cloak with a hood, it's said he peers from behind doorways. Will the team witness this tonight? The stairs are said to give off some uneasy feelings amongst visitors here. The feeling of uncertainty when you first look up these stairs does seem to creep people out. Is there a more sinister force from upstairs making people feel this way? This is called the Witch's Room for a reason. It's believed a witch hid out here in this room back when this was an inn, around 1500s. She was accused of witchcraft and was wanted by government-sanctioned witch hunters. She was eventually captured and burnt at the stake. Her presence is said to still haunt this room to this day. The Bishop's Room, arguably the most haunted, most active room in this place. Footsteps and people being physically grabbed in this room are said to be just a few things said to occur here, and just being in here really does make you feel unwanted. Bishops used to stay here in this room, and dark monks and evil spirits are said to have been seen. The attic, right up on the top floor, certainly makes you feel uneasy. It's cramped and the floors are uneven, and there are stories that a former innkeeper's daughter hung herself in this attic. And if true, this area seriously could hold a lot of activity. Before the ramin was constructed in 1145, it was originally a pagan burial ground that lies on ley lines and which trace back to the ancient site of Stonehenge, and the strange paranormal occurrences here are said to relate to that past.
Good evening, spirits. Thank you again for letting us come into this place. We ask you now if tonight you can make your presence known to us. If you can come forward, if you can answer any questions we may have, we'd really appreciate that. We come here with respect for you and this place, but we are here to find out if the stories about this place are true, if the rumours of what people have seen here are true. So if you are here, we want you to make your presence known tonight. We're here for a long time, we're in for a long night. So again, I ask you one more time, please make your presence known to us tonight. Welcome us here and welcome our guests, please. If you're here now, can you make it known? Can you give us a sign? Can you make a noise? Can you touch somebody? Can you change how someone's feeling right now? If you're not in this room, you're not down here and you're upstairs. Can we hear your footsteps? If the witch that hid out here was caught and burnt at the stake, if you're here, can you come forward, please? The 6 people that were hung in the barn area, can you come forward, please? The human remains of the child that was found in the open grave. Children, if you're here, can you come forward, please? We'll be using a lot of devices tonight that I'm sure you're really used to by now. Can you come in and affect these devices tonight for us? There's 2 right here now with the green lights. Can you just walk up to those for me and make them go off, please? Change the colours.
We have begun our investigation to call out to the many spirits said to haunt this location. We were now going to split into 2 teams and attempt to dig further into finding out the truth about this place. But will we get the answers we wanted?
We've been here a few times now, and I'm not convinced. So prove me wrong. This place is as bad as they say. Show me. Because I'm not afraid. We won't run, we won't leave. If you want us to leave, that'll be the best way.
It all seemed very silent, but we knew that if the stories and the sightings here were true, then all hell could break loose at any moment, and this certainly put everyone on edge knowing that.
Thank you. Can you do something else? Can you make us see you in a different way, because we can't physically see you? Can you knock on something?
Yeah, it says them in all. Yes, it's us again. We're here. We're back.
Come forward and make yourself known to us. Make a noise in this room.
Listen as we ask any spirits to make a noise in the room, and just after this, one of our K2 meters triggers a high level of EMF. Is this a sign of something making its presence known?
Mark, back in your chair.
I always sit in this chair.
It's his chair. You have to kick him out if you don't like it.
I'm not going anywhere.
Is that your chair? Is that where you sit? Thank you for doing that, but I don't need to ask you to do something else, but we need some different type of proof as well, like, can you knock? Also, there's a little boy been seen at that window by the bed. It's been seen by people walking in the street. He's been seen looking out the window. If you're the little boy, those flashy things are balls. If you go near them and touch them a little bit, you'll make them go off again. Do you think you could do that? You can play with them, we won't tell you off.
Especially being frogs, then.
Yeah, point. I have this device on the table. It won't hurt you, but if you can go near it, like this, it will do that. It just lets us know that you're here because we can't see you. So could you possibly knock on something?
Could you open the door for me? Could you push the door open, please? If you open it as if you was welcoming us in. Who's her? Who do you mean? Tell us the name.
You recognise one of us?
But I'd be happy if you could do something for us.
Watch closely as one of our guests calls out in an attempt to gain some
One of
activity.
these boxes.
Then just after, one of the trigger balls
I'm
lights
sure
up.
you get pissed off with tourists and stuff coming here and want you to perform like circus stuff. But, yeah. If you can do something for us, that'd be great. We appreciate it.
We had a relatively quiet night so far, with very minimal activity, and certainly nothing we could say is foolproof paranormal. Was whatever is supposed to be here a sleeping giant, or are we just not welcome? One thing is for sure, the further the night goes on, the more intense this place gets.
That who's chasing you down?
Take a look at this next clip as we witness the trigger ball roll off the table. In real time, this seemed to be a great capture, but after looking back, we were able to debunk this, as we believe one of the team most likely knocked this with their elbow as they moved. This just goes to show that not everything is paranormal, and lots of things are explainable. Next, you are about to see the team perform the S-test method. This is a technique used by investigators that involves being blindfolded whilst also listening to the SP11 spirit box played through headphones. The rest of the team then call out in an attempt to get communication through this person, also known as the vessel, and this has seen some fascinating results.
I'm calling you out again now. I'm calling you out. Come forward. Speak to us. Tell this lady here. She's got these headphones on. Speak into her ears. Let her hear your voice.
Come and make yourself known to us. Let us hear you. Let's feel you. Let's see your shadow. Come forward and make yourself known. We just want some proof. that we carry on after we die.
Tell this lady your name.
Tell this lady how many are in this room.
Tell her she was guilty of witchcraft. Is that broken? Like something that's trying to come through?
Don't make a knocking sound. Let's hear your footsteps.
We had all now joined as one group upstairs doing the S-test method. Just as we thought we were in for a quiet session, we were about to witness a series of events that was really interesting. We are not saying that this is paranormal. That is something we leave to you to decide.
Can you tell us if it's true that your phone is a dead animal?
Oh, tap water going on. Thank you for that.
Can you put through with those burglars?
Oh yeah, bang.
Yeah. I heard that. I thought it was one of you.
No mate, that was fucking downstairs.
Can you let the cat over if they hungry? Not burglars. The people in England literally got hammered that down.
Okay, where is it?
Sorry, is it? Picture.
Alright.
Touch the ball on the chair again. Please.
Speak your name, Miss Lady. Tell her your name. Or if you was the witch, say yes.
Just the little boy that's seen in this room looking out the window. If you're here, can you say yes? Can I just see her? Bring back to life, please.
Just when we thought that was it for the S-test method, we captured some activity that is simply fascinating. Watch this footage as Kerry clearly hears a woman's voice say, "You." We do not hear this through the SP11, which we find very odd, as we are hearing the same thing Kerry is through the headphones. Could this be a more intelligent haunting than we thought? We then capture this moment where the trigger board is constantly activated and Kerry clearly feels someone pushing on her arm and asking if it was one of us. Is this lady that spoke the witch that hid out in this room? Did this lady want us to move on after we asked, "Do you need help moving on?" To which we had the response, "You." Things had just got a little more strange here, just as our investigation was entering its final stages.
Are you stuck here?
If you are stuck here, do you need help moving on?
Woman's
Need help?
voice, you.
Woman's voice, you. Now, it didn't come through on there. That's weird. That's good. We've never had that
You.
before. You.
Woman's voice, you.
Which one of us do you mean by you?
What about me?
What was the question? Are you stuck here? Do
You're
you
moving on. It's you.
You said you.
Yeah.
Not moving on.
I'm not moving on. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere till you give me something significant tonight.
someone pushing on my arm here?
No.
No.
Cat ball. Whoa, it's kicking off now. I'm going cold. So you better make it happen. You better make stuff happen tonight. Because we don't go until you do.
We are now going to show you some footage from our Ouija board session we did in the witch's room, and the results were fascinating. We also left our H1 Zoom mic running in the attic on its own, and we have a piece of audio of a lady humming, which is just absolutely incredible.
Right, now, the board is full of energy. You've got 3 people's energy as well. Move that disc. Move it in any direction. Just move it.
Move it to the person that you might be attracted to in some way. Connected to in some way. If you are. If you're the witch, can you move it to yes for me?
Yes is here at the top of the board. And no is the other side.
It's a problem sometimes with these because you have to think language barrier. They don't always understand what we're saying. Accents are different now.
Yeah.
You know, it's so difficult. This is why sometimes it's hard to get a response because it might be listening to you. Can't understand the word you're saying, mate.
No.
Especially you. We all
Or that K2 just went off.
Are there any other spirits here who want to communicate with us that haven't already told us their names? Who else is here with us? Knocking.
I keep seeing stars at the side of my eyes.
Like lights, like little lights, like lights.
Yeah, there's dust over there, but what I can see here is like, I don't know, like all sort of starry kind of lights. I don't
It's
know.
not
Maybe
off
it's
them.
just coming off
It's
that.
not off
It
them,
could
is it?
be, yeah, maybe. I'm just seeing
Because
things.
they glisten
Yeah.
different colours. Look.
Can you read this planchette for us?
Can you just move it to a letter? Any letter you like. Pick one. Or a number.
You can even tell us no. If you go to no.
Up here.
Well, let us know you're there.
It's lifting up. Feel my see my side lifting up.
Let us know you're there.
Can you lift that again for me? We've had that before where the planchette's lifted right off the table. Can you do that? Have you got the energy to do that? Lifting, feel it.
God.
I can see my side lifting and turning. Can you keep doing that for me? Keep it going. Lift it right up. If you prefer to do that, do that.
Barely touching that.
Yeah. It's the best way.
You let us know you're there.
Oh,
What was that?
K2.
Are you related to one of us?
Feel it?
Yeah,
I can hear it.
You see it and hear it tapping down. You lift that again for me. We'll move it.
That might have been me then, sorry.
That's all right. Doesn't happen.
We're going to have to go to a different room in a minute.
Is it me then or is it me?
Do you want us to stay here and communicate with you? Are you going to move
Let's
that
lift it up.
on the board
Okay.
for us.
Oh shit! Whoa!
Are you getting more energy?
Something's just entered this room, mate.
I feel
I've
freezing.
gone cold. Oh my god, it's lifted up. And that K2's going off.
Now take a listen to this clip captured in the attic. Could this be the daughter of a former innkeeper who hung herself in this attic? We believe there is every chance this could be. I must stress there was absolutely nobody in this room at the time we captured this, which makes this EVP just that more fascinating. We had reached the end of our investigation, and as usual, as we were about to finish, this place really did start to come alive with activity. We have one more clip to show you. This was captured when we was packing up the equipment, and luckily our camera was still recording. Take a look at this footage as you see Jay rush down the stairs suddenly behind me after he hears something that he could only describe as rushing him. We have played this footage back, and if you listen very carefully, you can hear footsteps following him down the stairs. This was a very unexpected moment, and after this I clearly hear footsteps above us in the attic, and this really freaked us out. This was the final straw, and we really were ready to leave.
I don't know. I can't.
Are we leaving the lights on, or are we turning them?
No, we've got to turn the lights off. We leave this top landing one on, I think, if I think I'm right. But obviously, while we're collecting stuff and that, we'll have to leave them on. We'll go around.
Is there anything in the attic? Yeah. Zoom.
Yeah, the zoom mic and that's in the attic. We've got, I think, everything out of there. Girls have got all that stuff. We'll just get the zoom mic from
I won't
upstairs.
turn that off yet because we need to.
Do you want me to come up with you? Got a light. I've got a light.
Did we get the other thingy device out there? Yeah.
Oh, music box as well.
Yeah.
No, in the equipment room.
If you grab the music box, get the zoom mic off, mate. You can turn it on.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Check it, see what's on there. Like that. Let's see anything's up here, innit? No cameras up here, was there?
That's why I fall down the fucking stairs.
Hey. Zoom mic's gone off. Whoa! What the fuck was that? What? What? You just fell down the stairs, didn't you?
No, mate. It sounded like someone fucking rushed me, mate.
Oh.
Listen. I fucking honestly, mate.
What's that?
I shit my pants.
That's someone walking
We
up
had
there.
now concluded our investigation at the ancient Ramin, and this just left us to see what some of the others thought of their night. The ancient Ramin, it's been one hell of a night.
So before you arrived tonight, can you just tell us what your expectations was when you first got here and seen the building?
What was your expectation when you first got here?
To hear a few footsteps, being an old building,
Yeah.
a few bangs.
I think my expectation was just to be open-minded. Really, I'm conscious that it's an old building. It's got a lot of heritage and a lot of history.
True.
Yeah, and just to be open-minded, really.
Cool. And so when you started the investigation tonight, how was you kind of feeling about going into it? You know, what was your feelings? Was you anxious or anything like that? Or
I was actually relatively relaxed. Yeah, I was. There were one or two moments where I actually felt really funny. I just felt really lightheaded in some of the rooms we were in. I don't know. I felt generally okay about it.
yeah. And so when obviously you was in my group when we was upstairs and we had quite a lot of stuff going on. What's really stood out for you tonight? What's, you know, if we were to look at the evidence of what we have got tonight, what's really stood out for you tonight?
The tapping back, that was good. Cat balls going off.
I think there was a lot of activity in the witch's room. A lot of the devices going off. Some of the stuff that was coming through with headphones on and stuff. And for me personally, being in the attic and the sensation of actually feeling, it was like a combination of being pushed, losing my footing sort of thing. That actually did put me on edge. I didn't want to go back up there. That actually was probably, yeah. I think by about that point I'd probably gone from feeling relatively quite relaxed to actually think, do you know what, I think, yeah, I've had enough now. I think I want to go home. I was all right until then, but yeah, that actually, yeah, that did it for me. I was sort of like, right, but, no, it's been good. It's been really good.
And do you feel that this place has more to offer than what you've experienced tonight?
I'm in two minds, if I'm honest, because paranormal, you're not going to get it every time you go to a place, and yes, you could possibly have more, but you could have less next time, so you have to go into an open-minded.
I think it depends on the person as an individual as well, because if you've got a heightened sense of fear, you can sometimes overanalyze things, and you have to rationalise it and be able to sort of think logically and be able to sort of debunk things, and yeah, there are going to be things that are unexplainable, but there are going to be things that will be easily explained as well, and I think you have to sort of keep an open mind. So it's down to the individual. And
would this be? And do you think you're going to want to come back here again? Do you think you're going to want to? Thinking that there's more to offer. Have you seen enough tonight to make you want to come back, or have you seen enough tonight to make you think, yes, this place is definitely got something going on?
I think I'd probably come back if I could sit in here. That'd be enough for me. I was sitting here with a cup of coffee. I probably wouldn't go upstairs again. There's a couple of the rooms that just make me feel a little bit uncomfortable, so I probably wouldn't. Yeah. But
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Because somebody at my work wants to come here.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah. It'll be your third event when you actually really like it here. It's a beautiful building, absolutely beautiful. But there's a couple of the rooms that I'm just, no, thank you.
Yeah. And overall, how satisfied are you with this place in the building itself and the history of it? Do you think that the history what we know about it, do you think it's correct? Do you think there's more hidden secrets to this place?
I think there's more hidden secrets to it. It can't be just
it's such
what we know of.
It's so fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, I reckon there's a lot more. This is just so rich in history, isn't it? I think there's a lot more, really do.
Yeah.
If it was built in 1145, was it?
Yeah.
There's got to be more that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Got to be. Because not everything gets documented.
No. And so, just finally, to ask you, have you enjoyed your night tonight?
Oh yes.
Okay, Jay. So go on, explain tonight.
So my group didn't really experience quite as much as the other group. It was quite quiet. Some good things on devices and stuff, and cat balls going off. It was you know, it is what it is. The Ram's a beautiful building, steeped in history. You know, and like you said, there's more to be uncovered, I feel. And it was all pretty quiet until we just went around collecting the cameras, and I jumped out my skin. So we were just going around collecting the cameras, and me and Mark went up to the attic just to grab the Zoom mic, and I grabbed the music box off of the stand. Mark went down the stairs first, and as I was coming down, it literally sounded like somebody just was rushing me almost. And I got to the 4th or 5th step, and I was trying to mind my head, and yeah, I heard that, and I just jumped, literally just jumped like 3 stairs onto the landing, and panicked a little bit. But yeah, apart from that, it was quite a quiet night for my group.